Hey, what is up, YouTube? Andrew Rooney here. I'm a full-time drummer and drum teacher here in Auckland, New Zealand.
Where? New Zealand. Today we've got a PayPal pick for my buddy, one of the big supporters of the channel, Mike Gammon. He's given me the link here and then he's put the last great song involving Iommi, Butler, and Ward. He's put a masterpiece, but Aussie? No, not featuring Aussie. Lonely is the Word by Black Sabbath from the album Heaven and Hell 1980. Written by Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Bill Ward, Ronnie James Dio. Now, I believe this is the second Ronnie James Dio song that I've heard from Black Sabbath, so really looking forward to it. And guys, remember, I do have a Black Sabbath reaction playlist. It's probably the biggest playlist on the channel now in terms of reactions, and there's also a couple of Black Sabbath cover attempts that I tried on the drums as well, so go check it out. In fact, I'll link to that in the description. Guys, if you do enjoy my channel, please do consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And with that said, let's check out the song Black Sabbath, Lonely is the Word. And as our friend Mike Gammon says, potentially, allegedly, the last great song involving Iommi, Butler, and Ward. A masterpiece? Let's check it out.
It's a long...
I gotta say, Iommi is the riff king, the riff master, the sultan of swing, the Pied Piper of pentatonics, the archbishop of arpeggios.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
It's just so killer already. And then Bill Ward just comes in with this heavy halftime beat. No hi-hats. Big flam, smack bang on the 3. Check it out, go back. I hope you're listening to this with good headphones. I'm going to back it up again because we've got Bill Ward's foot on that left foot on that hi-hat. This is all stuff you got to really listen to and appreciate. Woo. He's the man.
It's a long way to nowhere, and I'm leaving very soon. On the way, we pass so close to the backside of the moon. Hey, join the traveler if you've got nowhere to go. Hang your head and take my hand.
I knew he was going to take it up there. Killer vocals. You got to listen to that Grease on Geezer Butler as well. Again, good headphones, man. Geezer is just a demon. A Grease demon. The Butler of bass. The governor of groove.
Seen upon the sun. I used to count in millions then, but now I only count in one. Come on, join the traveler.
So good.
If you've got nowhere to go, hang your head and take my hand. It's the only road I know. Yeah, lonely is the word. Got to be the saddest sound I've ever heard.
Colorful. Killer drum fill, man. Open, honest transparency here. I probably made some comments that might have sounded like a diss to the drumming on the previous song I did from this album. Some timing things and things that are a bit weird that I wasn't used to with Bill Ward. On point here. This is just beautiful. Absolutely slamming drumming on this song so far.
Got to be the saddest sound I've ever heard.
Note placement. Running around the toms like that and just placing really fat, interesting rhythms all over the toms for these fills. Not just da 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 da. The notes that he's picking out to play here, giving it some soul, really, by picking out those notes. I've got to listen to that fill again. It's so good.
Got to be the saddest sound I've ever heard.
Yeah, soul, man. Got two guitar solos happening here. Taking us into outer space, man. Incredible. I can't stop it. That reminds me of a different song. Sorry to interrupt Tony Iommi mid-flow. Original video link in the description, guys. Check out the original video, of course. Before I forget, this reminds me so much of Pearl Jam. And I know people in the comments are gonna say, no, Pearl Jam reminds you of Black... Obviously. God. Yeah, date, timeline-wise, of course, Black Sabbath's first. This really, I don't know if the vocals are going to come back in here. This reminds me so much of the way Pearl Jam would finish a song. A bit of a jam, really. Pearl Jam, bit of a jam. And then, you know, bit of a verse, bit of a chorus, verse, chorus, and then this extended solo with a lot of improv. But that key part or that synth part reminds me of a Pearl Jam song. I can't think what it is off the top of my head, but man, this is close to a Pearl Jam song for me. Jeremy? Drumming is phenomenal. Woo! Come on, Bill Ward. Hey now, interesting song structure too. I mean, I didn't actually catch the song structure, but it seemed interesting. I don't know. With different stages of the band, I know there's a bit of controversy around Tony Iommi essentially, I guess, taking control, creative decisions and different things. Obviously, a big guitar feature, and it's really hard to say it's a bad call or to say it's really self-indulgent or anything, because the problem with any of those statements is it's really good. It's really good. He is a proper artist, man. Iommi. Like, I remember having Steve Porcaro, Toto, founding member, keyboardist, on my podcast. Bit of a name drop. Nonetheless, it reminds me of something he said with regards to Steve Lukather, the Toto guitarist and session great. When he's in the studio, it's normally 1 or 2 takes, and it just is what it is, and it's a piece of art. What he's giving you in that moment is a piece of art. You don't really want to chisel it too much or mold it too much, because it is already there. It's a fully formed thing, and what they're giving you is inspired and brilliant. Interference is not going to make it any better. I don't know how pedantic Iommi was, if he was that kind of guitarist where he would just come in and just play and it was just genius and every single note was golden. Like someone like Lukather does that, right? And I remember Steve Porcaro, I think he compared Lukather to like Miles Davis, where you wouldn't dream of telling Miles Davis how to play or changing notes, or hey, can you, instead of doing that, try this. No, you just sort of get what you're given, and you're grateful that they graced the album, and it's perfect the way it is. Warts and all, by the way. Even if there's mistakes there, you leave it, because it is a piece of art, and it's a signature from someone that is real. Sorry, coming back to Black Sabbath, I don't know how workshopped things were, how composed Iommi's solos were. You can sort of tell that from seeing live shows. If he played basically the same solo every night, it's pretty composed, I guess, and there's not a lot of probably improv in there. Normally, unless you just happen to lay down a phenomenal solo on an album and then chose to repeat it. But I would expect normally if solos are getting changed from night to night, it's pretty much an improvised solo. I'm talking a lot about Iommi here because he's just so phenomenal. Can't forget Geezer, the glue butler. So fat, so greasy, like playing a complimentary bass line, but just with a bit of a rub and just with great tone. His tone, my God. And Bill Ward. Mike Gehrman, you weren't kidding. This is so good. The drumming here is phenomenal. We're back to this really high-end comping style with shred and, dynamics. He's taking it right down. When the solo started, we had this like vamp groove thing going on, and then he just took it into outer space, accompanying that solo as it gained in intensity. Absolutely phenomenal. Love the vocals. I mean, Ozzy's my guy. I was introduced to Black Sabbath with Ozzy on the vocals, and for a long time listened to Black Sabbath with Ozzy on the vocals. Got really used to it. That to me feels like Black Sabbath with the awesome foursome, with the original four. But not taking anything away from Dio. I mean, obviously, technically, probably a better... this is difficult. Let's get into the Lars debate. Okay, I'll just put it out there. Probably a technically better singer. Does that mean he's a better singer than Ozzy? No. Technically better. Different styles. Ozzy just heart and soul and sounds like a guy in a band, right? Dio, to me, at the moment, sounds like he could session in on different projects. He's that kind of perfect singer, I'll put it that way. And that's not to say that he's not cutting it here and not fitting in and molding into the band and doing a good job. He is. Vocally, he actually really reminds me, I was trying to think who he reminds me of vocally during this. I think it's the guy from Quiet Riot. I don't know the singer's name from Quiet Riot, but he reminds me of the guy from Quiet Riot. It's going to look really silly if it is the same person. If Ronnie James Dio was the singer in Quiet Riot, then I obviously look either like a genius or I look stupid. Oh man, Mike Gammon. Thank you. I absolutely adored this. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, and leaving a comment with what you thought of this video and what I should check out in the future. Remember, you can join up with my Patreon. It's just $5 a month. You get access to the blocked videos. If you have a reaction request, a direct reaction request that you definitely want to get done on the channel and not just throw it out there and get skipped, then that is via the PayPal link. That PayPal link is a guaranteed reaction on this channel. Oh man, add another banger to the ever-growing Black Sabbath playlist and probably my discovery of the last couple of years. For me personally, very, very late to the game. Black Sabbath, my God, so good. Until next time, guys, take care. Ciao.